Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you're doing fantastic out there. In this video today, we're going to take a look at another offering from Fire Maple. This is model FMS 118A. I'm very excited about this stove. This has the preheat tube. I'll talk about that in this video. They also offer another model very similar to this that is in titanium, and I look forward to doing that review as well. So let's take a look at the side of the packaging. It says simple but reliable design. Preheat tube designed for cold season, and then there is some contact information for Fire Maple. On the back of the package, you can see it has some specifications of the stove. This is a camping gas stove. The materials are stainless steel, aluminum alloy. There's some copper in here. And then it gives you some folded and unfolded dimensions, as well as some typical uses that you could find yourself using this stove for. Expeditions, camping, and even trekking. It gives you the weight of the stove and the watt hours of the stove, the BTUs. So over 9,000 BTUs. That is just fantastic. So the type of gas that this stove operates on, it's a butane and propane mixture type fuel. The stove weighs 5.5 ounces. And then of course on the side of the packaging you can see that there's a schematic, there's a breakdown of the unit. So if you are curious about any of these parts, you can look at the corresponding number, say 2 for example, and then you can come up here and find out that 2 is a pot stand. So let's go ahead and open this up. I want to say thank you to Fire Maple for sending this stove out for review. I'm very excited about it. So you can see that it comes in a really nice stuff sack. So I think that's cool. It says Fire Maple on it, got a drawstring. Nice bag there. Your mobile kitchen. And the last thing that we see in the box, there's nothing left in there as you can see. This is the user manual. It's very simple. We're going to spend a little time here, not very much though. There is the specifications of the stove. So if there's any of that information that you guys are interested in, there is the information right there for you. So right there it says use outdoors only. Gives you some safety information. 3-year warranty on this item. And then of course how to use right there. And this manual comes in several languages. Some good pictures. Right there it's showing you the liquid feed mode of the stove. So let's go ahead and open this pouch and see what the stove looks like. Let's get a first impression of this stove. So the pouch, like I said, the pouch is very nice. So the first thing I'm noticing is the fuel line. It's flexible. I like that. It's really nice. Right here is the portion that we would connect to the Lindell valve on our gas canister. You got your little valve right here, and this will also let you control the flame. There's this little aluminum tag on there. Gives you some more specifications and things of the stove. And then as you can see, the stove is folded, and right here is that preheat tube. That's a generator. So these legs just fold out. Very simple. Just like that, and then you flip out these pot stands. I like the design of this stove, and everything on it feels solid, but it's a small stove, but it feels solid. It feels like it's going to hold up very well. So I like what I'm seeing here so far. So as you can see, we have the fuel canister connected to the stove. Let's go ahead and turn this on and give it its first burn. There we go, it fired right up. They do say in the owner's manual that if you see any yellowish type flames, that they will go away in a couple of seconds. because what this generator tube does is if there's any liquid fuel in the line, it'll heat up that liquid and it'll convert it to a gas so that you get the optimum burning out of that fuel. So we'll just let this thing warm up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 32-ounce boil test. So let me go ahead and pull out this Fire Maple 1.2 liter pot. This is a wonderful pot. So right here I have 32 ounces of room temperature water. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the pot here. 32 ounces. There we go. We have our timer ready. So we've got our 32 ounces of water. I'm going to leave this water uncovered. I know some of you are going to say in the comments, hey, it boils faster if you cover it. And you are 100% right about that. However, for the testing, I like showing it in a little bit worst case scenarios as much as possible without making the stove fail. I'll go ahead and kick up the flames, get this thing going to a nice hot flame, set this on, and now we will start our time. See how long it takes to boil 1 liter of water. Go ahead and stop the time. We have reached a rolling boil. So 3.5 minutes. Let's take a look at that. Woohoo! Look at that. It boiled over. It boiled over. Let me go ahead and start that stove back up and see how that goes. There, it started right back up. Now you're seeing oil and stuff in the water. That's because I had oil in the pot. When I store it, I keep it with oil. But wow, 3.5 minutes and we have reached a heavy rolling boil. That is a very good performance out of this stove. Now let's take a look at the flame control. I want to see if I can simmer with this thing. So as I adjust this flame control knob, let's take a look at what the stove is doing. So there's that water kind of boiling up. Let's turn this down a little bit. Yeah, I like it. It has excellent flame control. All the way down to a simmer. Very nice. This is a very nice stove, folks. I like it. I do lots of stove reviews and I like this one. So in the event that maybe you're out in the winter time or you got high altitude or cold temperatures, or maybe your fuel canister is getting low on fuel, you're about to run out, you can invert this upside down, something like this. You see the performance takes off. So now what we're doing is we're taking liquid out of this canister and it goes through that generator loop and it converts it to a gas. This is really nice. So if it's super cold outside, temperatures are really low, you can invert this fuel canister and get good performance out of your stove. I really like that it has the ability to do that. A lot of stoves out there that run on isopropyl butane canisters won't run in liquid feed mode. So it's impressive that Fire Maple has this stove designed to do it. Look at that performance of that flame. That's wonderful. So we're burning completely gas now. We're not burning liquid anymore because the generator converts that liquid to a gas. And we still have excellent flame control. The stove turned off. Let's kick it back on. I mean, it'll get real low is what I'm saying. That's impressive. Look at how low that flame can go. You can get it down to a simmer. And when I was boiling water, I looked inside here underneath at the pot stands and they were red hot. So this thing produces a lot of power in a tiny package. I like this stove a lot. The pot supports are aggressive, so it looks like they did a good job holding my pot in place. Well, folks, my final thoughts of this stove, I really like it. I love the fact that you can convert this thing into using liquid feed mode. This stove cooled down fairly quickly too. It didn't stay hot long, so it's very nice. It's a lightweight stove, be perfect for a motorcycle adventurer, backpackers, people that are on expeditions or trekking, or even in emergencies when you want to throw something behind the seat of your vehicle and have a little kit in case you break down or there's road construction and you're stuck there stranded. You can have a stove to heat up water, purify water, make coffee, make tea, whatever you need to do. It's very nice. If you boil water, maybe there's an emergency and you need to sterilize a knife or something to cut a wound open. This is a nice stove for that. The fact that it'll burn in liquid feed mode, I really like it that they've added the generator, because if you're getting low on your fuel canister and you want to get the last little drops of fuel out of there, you can invert that upside down and it'll burn every little bit of fuel out of there. Also, if you're at high altitudes or very cold temperatures, that liquid feed mode works very good, and I like that this stove accommodates the option to do that. So if you're interested in this stove, please make sure that you check the description box down below. I'll put a link to where you can find this. Please thumb up this video on your way out. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.